Hey everyone, Taylor Mitcham here from Dronero, and in this video we're going to talk about how to get jobs in the construction industry for your drone business. So the construction industry is one of those industries that's growing pretty rapidly within the drone world, and a lot of people ask me, Taylor, how can I cash in on this opportunity? How can I get in the construction industry and start doing work and jobs and get clients within this industry? And so that's why I made this video, and we're going to talk about it right now. So the number one thing that you need to know about the construction industry, and something that you need to know before you even approach them about anything, is that safety is their absolute number one priority for two very specific reasons. Number one is a moral reason. You want everyone to go home from work in the same condition as when they arrived, if not better. You don't want people getting hurt. You don't want people, God forbid, something worse happens. You want people to go home in the same state as they arrived. But there's also a business decision behind this as well. In the construction industry, there are a lot of risk managers and people who specialize in risk management. And one of the things they look at when assessing whether or not they want to do work with the company is the risk that they pose, financial risk, and also safety risk. So a lot of companies do not accept other companies to work underneath of them as subcontractors if their safety records are poor or terrible or below whatever their standard is. So if you don't have an adequate safety record, then you cannot do business with a lot of these companies. And even for some clients, ultimate clients and users, people who are saying like, build me this thing, a lot of them have safety standards as well. So safety is both a business and a moral decision for a lot of these companies. So that's the number one thing you need to know, is that safety is their number one priority. And if you're going to be working for these companies, safety needs to be your number one priority as well. The next thing I would say you need to do if you want to do work and get jobs in the construction industry is that you need to learn about the construction industry. And there are lots of ways that you can do this. The best way, of course, is to go out and work in the construction industry, but for some of us, it's not necessarily feasible. Another great way you can learn about the construction industry is you can go out and take a free construction management course online. And you can do it through Coursera or edX or MIT or any of those. It doesn't matter. Take a free intro to construction management course. And what this is going to do for you is it's going to tell you the basics about what a construction project is all about and what a project manager and a construction manager looks for when they're completing their project, and the three key metrics that they look at. And I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you right now. The three things that construction companies look at when they're building projects are quality, cost, and time. And scope is usually thrown in there too, but quality, cost, and time are the three big things that construction companies look at, and they really try and balance. Obviously, you need to stay on schedule, you need to stay on budget, but you also need to keep your quality up to par. So those are the three main things that construction companies are looking at. And if you can show that your services help improve at least one of these areas, you'll have a good shot of getting in with a company as well. The next thing that I'll say you need to concentrate on, and a common question that I get about getting clients in the construction industry is, who do I talk to? And so this question can get a little complicated. Usually at a construction site, there is a project manager or construction manager or both, and then there might be somebody else who makes financial or purchasing decisions who might be in a supply chain department. Every company, including companies that I've worked for, different construction sites, things of that nature, they all make decisions around purchasing and contracting differently. So you need to find out with whatever company you're working for or whatever company you're going for, you need to find out what their process is for making purchasing decisions, and the only way for you to do that is to ask. It's perfectly okay, it's perfectly fine to ask the question, is there anyone else that needs to be involved in this conversation to finalize this decision, or however you want to word it. You know, I wouldn't go into a meeting saying that, like, hi, my name's Taylor. Is there anybody else who needs to be in this conversation to make a purchasing decision? You know, I would say some other things that would intrigue them first, but it's always a good idea to ask that question to figure out who else needs to be in the room or who else needs to be involved in order for your contract to go through. But typically it's going to be the project manager or the construction manager whose buy-in you need to get. You need to get their buy-in that, okay, drone services for this project are a good idea. So again, just kind of reviewing really quickly, you want to make sure that you understand that safety is the #1 priority in the construction industry. You want to get as much information as you can about the construction industry so you can understand their problems. And the next thing you want to do, of course, is to talk to the right people. So after that, once you talk to the right people, you talk to the project manager, you get the supply chain manager's buy-in, then you want to execute a contract. And every company has a different process for how they execute contracts with other people. Sometimes companies have what is called a pre-qualification process. And this is a process you have to go to even get qualified to put in a bid or put in something saying like, hey, I want to do these services, this is how much they're going to cost. Sometimes there is a pre-qualification process, and that process involves going through and seeing, are your safety records okay, are your financial records okay, are you going to be able to complete the work, do you feel like you're competent to complete the work. That's basically the qualification process. Then from there, you can submit a bid. Now some companies and some customers or clients, this process is very long. Others, it's all condensed into one very short process. Some companies, the project manager can sign a contract up to a certain dollar amount. It just depends on the company, and you're gonna have to ask them specifically what their process is. I hope you enjoyed the video, and before you go, I want to give you a free training on how to get profitable clients for your drone business in 4 days or less. So if you click the description below, I'll send you over that free training. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of the videos I put out every single week. And one last thing, if you got any questions, put them in the comments and let me know what kind of videos you want to see next. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.